Hello, and welcome back to the Cade and Joaquin Talk at You podcast, starring Cade and Joaquin, sitting on a couch together so that they can talk about something crazy at you. So 9/11.
Let's get that iconic shot of me drinking water that we get in every episode. Here we go.
Let's do it together. Oh. My water.
Where's your water?
I don't know.
Here we go. The iconic shot that is not of me drinking the water. Everybody's came here
Ooh,
for
that's some ASMR I just did.
Especially the audio listeners. They have all come to see us drink.
They heard me. They heard me drink water.
I heard you drinking water on that one.
Have we talked about ASMR on the podcast? I think we have on the podcast.
I don't think we've talked about it on the podcast. If anything, it was only in passing, but I don't think we've gone in depth on ASMR. Does ASMR work for you? For those who don't know, ASMR...
No, because I feel like I brought up the Amaranth one on the podcast once. And I was talking about how I said I don't like it, but I get it. And then I almost liked it, but then I didn't like it. I think that was like episode 2.
That's the funniest way to describe something.
That was the whole story I was telling that one time. I think that was episode 2. I think I did that.
Then we have talked about ASMR.
Yeah.
We've done an ASMR. We have a whole video where we did ASMR.
When?
Like 3 years ago.
Really?
I was Fat Cade.
Were we like, hey guys?
Yeah. And we that's where we Lady in the Tramp and Apple.
When? What the fuck?
We Lady in the Tramp and Apple. We tried to eat some celery, but it was completely stale. So instead of going crunch, it went... But then we turned on the vacuum at the end.
Dude, are you gaslighting me right now?
No, there's an ASMR
I just
video.
need to find this because I don't remember this. Like,
we did it was in our live action phase, which is like the awkward teenage phase of a YouTube channel.
That was our version of Nickelodeon. And then the Cartoon Network.
That's the CN Reel.
That was
our CN Reel.
Yeah, we did do this.
I know.
What the...
Yeah, we totally did an ASMR video. We did
You're
it.
like, I already fucking...
I do. I hate the shit. I will say ASMR works for me sometimes, especially when I want to sleep.
But it's weird when it's us.
No, it's sexy when it's us.
There's a lot of sexy time going on in this podcast.
We're the sexiest podcasters in town. We are two strapping young white men amongst a sea of unstrapping young white men.
What does strapping mean?
Attractive. It's a fun way of saying attractive.
Like a 1920s kind of
way? Like in Great Gatsby, they'd look at Peter Parker.
Wow.
Tobey Maguire, and they go, "No, that's a strapping young lad."
I don't think I don't think he's that attractive looking. His actor.
So my mom also does not. Tobey Maguire.
There we go.
Peter Parker.
My
mom also doesn't find Peter Parker that attractive.
Like, you saw him...
Not Peter Parker, motherfucker, Tobey Maguire.
You saw him and then Leonardo DiCaprio, and you're like, wow, that's a night and day difference.
The guy got some dad attractiveness in the new Spider-Man, like standing next to...
Yeah.
We got babyface Tom.
As he got older, he looked more attractive because he's always looked old, you know? Yeah. So when he was younger, it was like, that's weird.
He looked like the perfect... like kid age when he was in Pleasantville. In Pleasantville, he played like the perfect, like Leave It to Beaver kind of age.
Okay.
But yeah, in Spider-Man, he does look a bit old. But that's also because he was 27 when he was playing 17.
I feel like in the first one, he looked pretty young.
Yeah.
But
I mean, by
even
Spider-Man,
the second half of the first movie, he all of a sudden is old.
He's out of high school at the end of that one. Spider-Man 1, he graduates high school in like the first half hour.
But it's like he graduates, and then now he's like 37, he looks. Like...
This is what happens when you gotta beat an old lady with a stick to get some cranberry sauce.
Yeah. Huh?
That's a line from the film.
Oh.
I know most of it.
I feel like you do.
I am 100% certain, I'll say 80% certain, that I could watch all 3 Sam Raimi Spider-Man films and with each passing second quote every line.
I think I could do that with like Sandlot. Because I mean, I've watched that since birth.
Yeah. And I've watched Spider-Man 2 since I could breathe. Because I didn't breathe at birth.
Yes, I understand. Yes.
I didn't connect those dots, but then it happened.
Isn't that weird? How for most people, I feel like there's a movie that's just been with them.
Yeah, their
entire life. You know, Sandlot was, I'm gonna admit, shoved down my throat. My dad was like, "You're going to like this movie." Before I can like register words, I was watching. Like I was Sandlot. In the crib. Sandlot was on. Didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Absolutely love Sandlot.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it is weird, especially. It's especially weird what movies it is, because I feel like for a lot of kids, it is something that's targeted towards them. Maybe like a Princess and the Frog or a Tangled I don't know why those are the
Sandlot?
first two.
But
Sandlot, yeah.
those are children movies.
I'm just saying that comparatively, my movies were Spider-Man by Sam Raimi, which includes a lot
Spider-Man,
of jump scares. It is Spider-Man, which is for kids, and
Mhm.
Jurassic Park, which is a terrifying movie to show a 3-year-old.
But dinosaurs.
But dinosaurs, that's exactly my reasoning.
Exactly. So I feel like that
My favorite when I was a kid was actually Jurassic Park 3 because I liked the Spinosaurus. That was the only reasoning.
That makes sense. So
I'd
you'd see that and be like, okay, I don't care anymore.
I've since I don't remember the last time I watched it, but it's no longer my favorite one. I can say that.
Have you ever played the Jurassic Park Park Manager game?
Yes, I did. I liked that game.
That
That's
was
the
pretty
first
cool.
game I
It's a cool
ever
concept.
was begged someone to put money in because I was like, I want to have the T-Rex, and you can't stop me. I've told you I had a Jurassic Park arcade machine in my house when I was little.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen it.
You have. I just want to
I
tell the
only
audience.
used it once.
Yeah, it
Then
doesn't
it
work
died.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that it doesn't work. I would love it if it could. Cause it's
But didn't
so
your
fun.
dad like bring someone there to look at it, try to fix it, and then it was just like
Yeah, I think it was just kaput because I think the whole monitor is burned out.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing about Jurassic Park 3 is how wildly inaccurate the Spinosaurus is now.
What do you mean?
Since 2001, the only
Is that the one with like all like the
Jurassic Park 3 is the one.
Spinosaurus.
Oh,
That's what I
Spinosaurus
meant.
is the big one with the sail and the longer
Okay,
snout.
Yeah,
It's a really cool looking dinosaur.
Yeah.
But since that movie came out,
it's like a skinny T-Rex.
it is like a skinny T-Rex. That's what they modeled it off of for that because they didn't have a full Spinosaurus skeleton to look at. In 1945, I think, was the last made Spinosaurus skeleton. What are you looking at that's making you make this weird Poggers face?
Sorry, I'll show you in a second once it works.
There was a bombing that happened because it was stored in Germany and that destroyed the whole skeleton. So they only had pictures and some notes about the skeleton. Then...
Wait, so a Spinosaurus is a Nazi?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Then they rediscovered a new skeleton in the northern part of Africa, I think in 2006. So they were able to both figure out that the Spinosaurus is not bipedal. It walks on all fours. It's mostly river bearing, and basically the whole look of it in Jurassic Park 3 is not what scientists think that it would look like.
So this is inaccurate.
That's completely inaccurate.
But what's cool though about it is that
You can
spin it.
and that's the one where you can put it in your room. There's that
Yeah.
that's so cool. I remember I did one with a Triceratops. I was like, that's fucking so cool.
I don't know what my favorite dinosaur would be. I really like.
My favorite dinosaur is Pachycephalosaurus, both because it's very long and because it's very
I feel
cool.
like very like easy answers. A pterodactyl. They look,
It's not an easy answer.
but that's like pterodactyl. Okay, it's like T-Rex or pterodactyl.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are like
Or
the two.
raptor, but people also don't know what a
Yeah.
raptor is because,
Velociraptor.
well, velociraptors were chicken-sized. The velociraptors in Jurassic Park are based more off of Deinonychus than anything else.
All dinosaurs.
Oh, dude, that's not going to be an efficient use of time.
I'm with it for this episode.
Okay.
I'm down to get
I
into.
love dinosaurs.
I'm down to get into nitty gritty of dinosaurs. Holy shit, there's so many.
I told you. Another one that I really like is the baryonyx. That one catches fish with its hands. It's like, I have a fish now. That's exactly what it sounded like. Yeah, dude. It was
What the fuck? I
species.
thought there was like 4. There's just like 4 dinosaurs ever.
Yeah. T-Rex, Stegosaurus,
Pterodactyl.
Pachycephalosaurus, and Pterodactyl.
Well, and a Bronchiosaurus.
And
so
a
5.
Brachiosaurus. Here's the thing I am always confused about. At this point, I am fairly certain that it's called a Brachiosaurus. But throughout time, they kept discovering and reworking the skeleton. So at different points in time, it was called a Brontosaurus, a Brachiosaurus, and an Apatosaurus. And I have no fucking clue of those 3 which is right, which is a different dinosaur that lived at a different time, and which one isn't real anymore. Because one of those 3 doesn't exist. One of those 3 is a name that they're like, yeah, that one's not even fucking real. I don't even know what to tell you. As chief paleontologist here, I don't even know what to tell you. That one's not real. Make it easier. Just choose one. We're not going to complain.
I remember when like the theory or whatever came out a couple years ago, and it was saying we think dinosaurs had feathers, and I remember just reading that and going, no.
Do you want to know this is my honest, this is the only conspiracy theory I believe in because I made it up. I think paleontologists are making shit up to see how far they can go to make people believe this. Because when it was feathers, I was like...
I feel like dinosaurs definitely...
Some probably had feathers. I refuse to believe a Tyrannosaurus Rex did.
Okay, so let me elaborate mine just so I can say this first. Who fucking knows? We can never know.
Who knows? Also, who cares?
That and 3 or C, whatever, just no.
We don't want
It's just weird, you know?
There's some
I just
that
can't
look
imagine.
cooler.
Some
Raptors
look,
look cooler with feathers. The T-Rex looks like you gave a chicken steroids.
Yeah. I just don't like the thought of it.
It's
you know?
it's less cool, and that's why most people refuse to accept it. But the reason I came up with this conspiracy theory is because I saw a thing on the online where it said paleontologists now theorize that instead of roaring, dinosaurs chirped.
No.
And then someone underneath it said, "Why do you keep trying to ruin dinosaurs?" And
Maybe
so
some.
I think some probably did, like a
T-Rex
compy.
didn't go.
No, T-Rex was like, "Rah."
It like builds up. It goes.
And the Brachiosaurus is like, "Really, dude?" He's like, "I'm trying. I'm going through my puberty right now."
No, it didn't. No. Maybe I could see like a raptor of some sort. Or smaller.
Dude, I gotta say, I know that this is complete bias from Jurassic Park, them doing that, like whatever fuck that sound is. I think that's what they made. I choose to believe
cooler.
it. The one I think that chirped was probably Procompsognathus, the smallest meat-eating one.
I can see small ones doing it.
Yeah.
Like
they also
smaller
made them
size.
chirp in the Jurassic Park movie they were in.
I can believe smaller ones chirp, but big animals don't chirp in real life, really.
I would also almost say...
Like a bald eagle doesn't chirp.
No, what is the sound of bald eagle makes?
Caws.
Caw.
That's different, though.
That is completely different. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
I will say I could be convinced that the baby versions, like a baby T-Rex, the biggest I will accept, and this is a word that you're going to look at me like, whoa. I will accept that a Parasaurolophus chirps because it's a weird fucking duck-billed dinosaur, and that guy's like the platypus of dinosaurs. So I feel like if any big dinosaur is to chirp, it's the Parasaurolophus.
I think when they were like in like their mid-ages, though, when they're kind of like that middle from chirp to like, I guess, roar.
Like teenage age?
Yeah, I think it was more like roar. It was like roar.
I think what they did was they went, "Get out of my room, Mom." But real quiet. Like, as opposed to, and I was like, "Get out of my room, Mom." A 15-year-old T-Rex would go, "Get out of my room, Mom."
Because the mom be like, "What the fuck you say to me?"
You have to be loud to be a T-Rex.
Exactly.
And then she would be like, try to hit on her chest to like pump him up like Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street. But she's like, "Hey, I can't reach. Just imagine I'm hitting my chest. Let me go get my friend, the Ankylosaurus over here, to hit me in the chest." And then she would go get the Ankylosaurus, the club-tail one, and he's like, "Hit me in the chest to show how tough I am." And then it would pierce right through the whole chest. And she's like, "You get the metaphor." And then
I
she
like
was
how
dead.
your mom dinosaur became like a 37-year-old Bronx man who like is very upset.
Dude, the T-Rex is totally from the Bronx.
T-Rex? Nah, dude. The T-Rex is from fucking like Chicago. I see a T-Rex as very Chicago, but like East Side Chicago, where the shit gets. I'm pretty sure East Side Chicago is like where the shit gets.
I think that's actually
deep.
where they find Tyrannosaurus Rex bones is in
fucking
that section.
No way. I do not believe that.
I will look it up.
If someone found fucking T-Rex bones in Chicago, they were smoking meth before that happened.
Find T-Rex.
They smoked meth and went, bro, listen, I swear to fucking God, there's
I
bones.
was wrong. It's in Montana.
That makes more sense. Chicago, if you told me someone doesn't know, they found like T-Rex bones in Montana, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But then you look at someone else.
It's not like the city. I meant like Illinois.
I know. I know. Is Montana Illinois?
No, dude. Montana is a different state.
Yeah, okay, you just confused me right there for a second. That's why I was so confused. Yes, okay. But then you told me someone found T-Rex bones in Illinois or Chicago. I'd be like, no.
Would you leave California?
No. Parts.
California has a lot of dinosaur fossils.
Really? I believe parts.
I think... Well, the thing is, it's also because back then the Earth looked different.
Yeah, it was Pangea.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was very different. But I could believe maybe more inwards towards California, like towards the desert. Or maybe mountain. Not the mountain area, because I don't think any dinosaur lives.
Well, it's been completely terraformed since a fucking meteor hit the Earth.
Yeah, that is true.
Unless you want to see a fucking, I don't know, pterodactyl up in those mountains.
I hate how pterodactyl is spelled.
Why is there the P?
And then there's like a weird, I think,
there's like
somewhere.
There's an E. I think that there's also I think pterodactyl also has a Y in it at some point.
Yeah.
Which
is
is
so fucking dumb.
Fuck you, dinosaur experts. Why'd you put a Y in pterodactyl?
Have you ever seen one of those sorry, kind of change the subject, but not really. like those timeline like graphs, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Like the Mesozoic era, and it's
yeah,
like
and it's like how
Cretaceous.
there's like the big like how long they are and kind of stuff. And
yeah.
Then it shows like the human era. And
so small.
So that shit, dude, fucking freaked me out. I'm gonna
It's
lie.
really weird. They say 65 million years ago.
That's like a long time.
That's a long time, but for some reason when you say it's become so engrossed in culture when you're like, oh, dinosaurs lived how long? Hey, how long did dinosaurs live? 65 million years ago. You no longer at the point where like, oh yeah, that's a long time. But when you think about it, that's so long.
Yeah.
We as humans have been around for
a
10,000.
long. That's what's also crazy. 10,000 years. That's a long fucking time, man.
Yeah, but that's
when you say 65 million.
let's do some math real quick.
Because how old is the Earth? Is like what? 2 trillion
years old.
That's fucking weird, man.
65 million years ago.
That's so. And then what could have been crazy is that all before this, Mars could have had a civilization.
I did 65 million divided by 10,000, and I've gotten to 6,500. But that's not right. I'm trying to figure out the percent.
Let's not do math here. This is not a math podcast, Cade. We're not math boys. Like
Well,
during our dinosaur era, there could have been life on
Our
Mars.
dinosaur era.
I mean, of Earth.
Yeah.
There could have been like life on Mars, and they were studying it. You know?
The dinosaurs were studying it, or
No,
the Martians?
No, the Martians are studying Earth.
I like
And
to think dinosaurs are much smarter than we give them credit for.
I was playing Destiny 2 earlier today, and I'm playing through the new DLC, the campaign for it. The story they got going on, man, really fucking cool. Besides the point. And they showed like because in the story, in the lore of Destiny, they colonized Mars, right?
Mhm.
And they made it fertile, so where you can like don't laugh. I know, but you can plant and have life on it, right?
Uh-huh.
And there was like a moment you could like walk into like a time warp in it, and you could see like farm life on Mars. And I was like, that's weird, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like just from what we know of Mars and photos we've seen, that like all this shit, what it looks like,
Yeah.
fucking seeing like life on it. Also, fun fact, I don't know if it's death or like birth of it, landing or whatever. The Mars rover and me have the same birthday of some sort.
Oh, that's cool.
Either birthday or death date. I'm not sure, but it's one or the other.
For some reason, when you started talking about that, I was like, oh, he's clearly going to be talking about Abraham Lincoln when he's the president of Mars in Adventure Time. I don't know why. That's what my mind jumped to.
I don't either, and I choose not to ask because there is a black hole of thoughts in your brain.
Isn't it weird that Buzz Aldrin is like,
Aldridge?
yeah, we're going to the fucking Mars.
Well, everyone that has some sort of knowledge of space believes we're going to Mars eventually.
Yeah, but Buzz Aldrin especially is like, shoot us to Mars! I'm not getting any younger here.
You gotta think about this. He's the guy that went to the moon. He's like, fuck yeah, let's go to the next one. You
Yeah.
know? And then like you do the math, and you're like, dude, you'd be in space for a long time.
It's a long time.
A long time. Like it's not.
Even in The Martian, they're in space.
We
for
won't
a
even
long
be
time.
old when that happens, if it does. We won't be in our 90s or 80s if the Mars mission happens with humans.
Uh-huh. We'll be dead, or we'll be
We won't. I mean, we
younger?
won't even be like old people, like on the brink of death, watching it happen. We won't even be close, is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I said?
I thought that you were saying that we will have died by the time we get to Mars.
No. Sorry. I meant to say like us too. When it happens,
When
if
we
it
go
does,
to Mars.
if the Mars mission happens to some extent,
Uh-huh.
it would be long after we died, if the human race even makes it that far.
Okay, so now I'm confused. You're not saying that we will see people go to Mars.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now
Yeah, because that's what I said.
that's where I thought we were.
Yeah.
But then you confused me.
How?
Because I thought you were saying it was before we get old.
No, I'm saying we'd be long dead before it happens.
That is not what you were saying. You
That's
were talking
literally
about,
what I
you
just
were talking
said.
about how we won't be in our 80s or our 90s, and I was like, oh, so we'll be in our 70s?
Okay, then I worded it wrong then. I meant to say like we'll be in our 80s and 90s and we won't even be close to a mission happening.
There you go.
That's what I thought I said, but I guess I just missed that word.
I was not following you.
But that's what I mean. Like we won't even be anywhere near remembered, I feel like. Maybe like our grandchildren would see it happen. Who knows? Maybe our grandchildren would be on the mission.
No, I'm
I
going to
don't
make
know.
my kids scared of space.
Why?
It's really funny to say.
You show them 2001
I
every
haven't
year
seen
of their life.
2001 yet.
2001 is kind of scary.
I want to see it. I'm going to tell them that in space there are pirates and they will kill them and make them fully believe that.
Then I'm going to come over to your house and be like,
They're
"Your-
dressed as a pirate.
no. I'll be like, your dad is lying to you.
But that is a
And then I'll
really-
train them to be astronauts myself.
yourself.
Out
That'll
alone.
work out.
We'll train them
I'm
to be
glad that my
astronauts.
kids are going to die by your hand.
They're into it.
I
You're like, yes, Theo Joaquin.
like that they're going to call you Theo Joaquin.
Everyone's child is calling me Theo, no matter what.
I love that.
Unless I'm a godfather, then it's Nino. That's what godfather is in
Oh, I didn't know
Spanish.
that.
Yeah.
I love the concept.
Actually means
applesauce in Spanish. It doesn't. Because I saw the face you made. You're like, what?
Well, now I want my kids to call you Applesauce Joaquin.
No.
That's
I'll
so
smack
funny.
your child so hard.
Something I was thinking about, or I don't even think I was thinking about. This is something that Shogun told me, my mom. She said, your wife is going to need the patience of a saint. And also, that made me think about how often I'm going to lie to my children about stupid fucking shit.
There has to be a limit, though.
There will be a limit, especially when they're young. I don't know how often I'm going to...
Because when they're a child, dude, that's verbatim.
That's real influencing.
Like, you can tell them whatever, they're going to believe that.
I'm going to say some things, and it will never be important. It will never be like, son, we
White
are
lies.
at war.
They've stormed Virginia Beach. As we speak, we
coming
need
in.
to hide in the
Get
forest.
to the bunker.
Right now.
I had Christopher Walken's character from Blast to Blast come over and walk out a bunker in her backyard so that I know exactly where to hide us. Get in there right now, Timothy.
He's like, who's Christopher Walken?
He's dead. Get in the ground. No, I'll just lie about like dumb shit. I'll be like, pillows come from space?
That's fine, though.
And there'll be 3 and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, that pillow's from the moon. I went up there myself. Also, space is scary. It'll fucking
Because
kill
then
you.
they'll get to like 14 and be like, wait, what the fuck? Because they'll forget about
The
it.
best part will be if I really like don't bring it up that much, and one day they're with their friends and they're like, hey, did you know pillows come from space? And their friends are like, what the fuck did you just say?
If they were young, okay, I could believe their friends believing it. But I feel like they'll get to a point at 14 and they'll say it and be like, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
In the teenage, I feel like 10 is on the border.
Where I'm pushing it. Here's the thing. I'm going to mostly lie about bullshit like that. I want there to be one thing I make them firmly believe that is so stupid, but they can't really figure out if it's, even as an older, if it's true or not. So that when they're around their friends, somehow it will come up. They'll be like, oh, did you know that the first man on the moon was actually a cat? Or something
first
better.
thing in space was a dog, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was a monkey.
I think it was a dog.
There was Laika the dog that went to space, but I don't know in what order animals were sent to space.
First.
I want there to be one thing that I've lied to them about that is just stupid, but they really fucking believe it, so that they could, even if
It was a dog.
It was a dog. Was it Laika?
No. Wow.
Was it a hamster?
Fruit flies.
I remember hearing that.
I never knew that.
I want there to be one thing that even if it's like when they're 25, they still believe it and they say it to their friends, and their friends are like, "Do you really believe that? Why is your mouth agape?"
I didn't know the dog died in space.
I didn't know the dog died. in
She
space.
died in that mission.
That
Laika.
sucks. I said that really dismissively, but it does absolutely suck.
Oh my god.
Did the monkey die?
I don't know.
I don't think the monkey died because I feel like there's pictures of people holding hands with the monkey.
That could have been before though.
Oh, and then they're like, "Hey, he landed. We're good."
Not even landed. They just orbited.
Came back down.
Oh, sorry. I thought you like landed on the moon.
I don't think anyone landed on the moon to the Apollo 11.
No one. The moon wasn't even like the space race is so funny. It's like Russia smacking our ass.
Mhm.
As like they had the first thing in space. They had the first living thing in space. They had the first like satellite.
But do you
They
know
had
what
the
we
first-
had on Russia? Nazi scientists.
That is true. And they also had the first like guy in space. And they're like, "No, we went to the moon, bro.
We get all the credit.
Fuck yeah, we won. Woo!"
Yeah, we're on the moon.
I
We
mean,
put
don't
a
get me
flag
wrong.
there.
That's impressive.
Do you know what?
Getting to the moon and back, that's a fucking feat.
It's cool as shit.
But for the acknowledgement of the space race itself, we lost like 15 years earlier.
We lost a lot of it.
We lost so much earlier.
My favorite thing an astronaut ever did, and this may be completely fictional, I have no idea because I heard it on Modern Family, but I don't want to look it up because I love this sentiment and it's so beautiful to me. There's one astronaut whose name I don't remember who... Yeah, it was Salipa Lipakaki.
Mm-hmm.
Slipa Lipakaki. He went to the moon, and after he got out and had explored a little bit, he bent down, and with using his finger, he wrote his daughter's name into the moon because it would never go away out there.
Then he died.
Then he was hit by space pirates.
Have you ever seen the transcripts from like the conversations the Apollo 13 mission had?
No, were they just like, what's for lunch?
Yeah, they're literally so they're like the big ones, right? Like just a small step for man, all that kind of shit, right?
I thought that was Apollo 11.
The big one. Yeah, the big
Apollo
11.
13 is the movie with Tom Hanks.
I thought that was what the space mission was like. That's what their ship was called. They were the Apollo 13 crew. 11. Who the fuck?
I think it's
knows?
Apollo 11.
Anywho.
I'll look it up while you tell your story.
They you can look up the transcripts. They're funny as fuck, man. They're literally just like, I mean, obviously since they're just in space for a while, they're just chit chatting and they're talking about
It's Apollo 11.
they're talking shit about stars. They're talking about how one of them eats so much oatmeal.
Apollo 13 is a movie.
So what the fuck's the point of Apollo 13?
It's a movie.
But is it based off Apollo 11?
The Hollywood drama is based on the events of Apollo 13 lunar mission. Astronauts Jim Lovell, Fred Hayes, Jack Seagart finds everything going according to plan after leaving Earth orbit. However, when an oxygen tank explodes, the scheduled moon landing is called off. Subsequent tensions within the crew and numerous technical problems threaten the astronauts' survival and their safe return to Earth. I remember when I was at film camp.
Sorry, real quick. That's a good movie to make. That's a good thing to make the movie about.
Yeah.
But why go, fuck the one where they made it. Let's do the one.
It's more interesting.
I get it.
I remember at film camp, the TA was like, they're showing Apollo 13 in the movie theater right now for the whole group. And usually we're supposed to go there. But you can watch Apollo 13 whenever the fuck you want. It's not a rare movie. It's not an old movie. We're going to do stuff here.
They just put it on, I guess.
Yeah. Have you ever seen... What was it?
Schwitka's lunchtime.
What? That's the movie you think?
that was just, I just made it up like it was.
Schwitka's lunchtime?
Yeah.
There's
it's like a rom-com movie.
Are you pitching this to me right now?
Yeah, it's a rom-com movie.
Who's starring in it?
Schwitka.
Schwitka
Mm-hmm.
and Lovestein.
And so Schwitka's the guy.
Okay.
And the love interest is...
John Lovitz.
No, I was thinking more Matthew Broderick.
Okay, I'm digging that.
I think that'd be the love interest,
So who's playing the first guy?
Schwitka.
Who's Schwitka?
We'll find someone.
Okay, but who do you want to be Schwitka? Do you want to find someone named Schwitka?
Yes, someone named Schwitka is playing Schwitka.
Okay, and they fall in love with Matthew Broderick.
Yes, but
who is a cheesemonger.
Okay, I can take that.
Mm-hmm,
I can take
there
that.
we go. I'm the
and
writer.
So we'll say it's take place in feudal Russia, right?
Okay, I'm glad the main character's named Schwitka.
Yeah, because it's in
feudal
Russia.
Russia. That's a normal name for there.
Exactly.
I think that we should set this during the time of Peter the Great when he was really into Europe and was like, "Oh, we need to expand wildly right now."
I'm down for that. And we'll have him there, right?
Schwitka or Matthew Broderick?
Schwitka,
okay.
right? And
Matthew Broderick should be like next to the Peter the Great. Like he should be working right with him and be like his European.
I was getting there exactly. But Matthew Broderick is from Europe.
Yeah, he's the European. He's the Europe expert.
Exactly. And then so he goes out and looking around the town because he's never been to Russia before, right?
Or what's really funny is he's from a small town in Russia and is faking a European accent to get all the power with Peter the Great.
I like that, but I want to go with the first one just because it makes the love story make
It gives
more
it
sense,
a very
right?
You've got mail.
Exactly. And so he's walking around the town, and Schwitka is sitting in like the window, right, of this like.
Can we take a quick break? Can you tell me how to spell Schwitka?
S-V-E.
Right into the V.
D-I-C-A. I was trying to see how I was gonna spell it. Yes, that's how you spell Schwitka. I don't know. I don't remember how I said it. So
I'll hear it when I edit this.
Yeah. He walks past. I'm bored of this bit. Let's move on.
You're bored of Schwitka? It's so interesting.
Okay. I'll keep going.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Thank God.
Schwitka. It's so stupid.
Was there even a feudal Russia? Is there like a thing?
I don't think there's a feudal period.
It was feudal Japan.
That's different. That's a different thing.
But that's a period.
We also said it during Peter the Great. That's not feudal Russia.
We changed subjects.
We changed everything.
I was really trying to figure out how to bring Rasputin into this, but I didn't know how that would work.
All right, any of you aspiring film writers out there,
we gave you
that
great.
That one's for free.
Yeah.
That one's for free, except for if you make it, I want a 20% commission.
Yeah, I want a cameo. And when you win the Oscar for Best Picture, I want to get the prize.
You want to keep the score. I
want to go up there and get it. I'd really want to win an Oscar, man. Or something. Just because, like, I've seen, like, the great speeches, I think it'd be cool to do that.
I would love to win an award, go up on stage, and say, the 1995 Pontiac in the yard has its lights on, and then just leave.
Dude. Please do that. Do that, please. Like, you don't understand how into it I would be if you did that.
I just thought of it and I'm so into it.
Please do that.
It's so funny.
Because I personally, just to be really sappy, I don't want to give like a really good speech, like heartfelt to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I think that'd be cool, you know?
Yeah.
And then just like if you like followed up with like best whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just come up like real quiet. There's a 1995 red Pontiac Sandero.
The parking lot that your lights are on.
It's like with Mr. Bean. And he won the award.
Mm-hmm.
He just went up there like all like grouchy and just like took the award away, looked at everybody and walked off. That's all he did.
I like that he's Mr. Bean, not Rowan Atkinson.
Well, 'cause he was acting like Mr. Bean. I'm
Oh,
pretty
was he
sure.
in character?
I think he was.
That's cool.
But it's Mr. Bean.
Yeah, he's never going to be known as Rowan Atkinson.
Mm-mm.
Or he could be known as Scrappy Doo. Because in Scooby-Doo 2002, Scrappy Doo is a little dog inside big robot Rowan Atkinson. And turns out that Rowan Atkinson had been buried in a secret dungeon under the Soul Chapter room. Now that I'm saying parts of this film, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, that Scooby-Doo movie, now that I'm describing it, is insane. Even in comparison to other Scooby films. Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you have a dream that's like your favorite one you've had?
A dream?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
you like remember? Like you felt like a dream you had like when you were sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Do you have one that's like so vivid and you thought that was pretty fucking cool that you like remember?
Yeah, I have a lot of dreams like that.
What is the one that's like the...
Well, the one that came to my mind first, and I swear to God, this is true.
Are you about to say the one where we were at school making pancakes not naked together?
Nope, I didn't. I've never had that dream.
We have. You told me about that one.
Great, I don't remember that one, so
That was on the show.
evidently it's wrong.
That was on the show.
Okay, well, it's not the one that I've remembered then.
I know, it is. It isn't, but...
What I remember, whenever I think about a dream that I really remember, is one where I went to a movie theater. I'm dead fucking serious. I was 8 or 9 in this dream, and I was 8 or 9 in real life. I watched all of Kung Fu Panda 2. And then I woke up, and I was like, was that real? And did I just remember that? And then I remember going to see Kung Fu Panda 2 and being like, I've seen this before.
That's cool, though.
It was really cool.
Those dreams freak me out, man.
Yeah.
When you have like a moment of like, you've seen this before in a dream. There was one time where...
Well, it wasn't like a deja vu, which I also have. This was, I'm at a fictional, like a Dr. Seuss-esque movie theater.
Was the plot like one for one of your dream?
Yeah, the plot of Kung Fu Panda 2. I might be conflating it with I might have seen it beforehand, and I just was, my brain was like, I know all of this movie. Here it is again.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember that.
The Kung Fu Panda trilogy, I think it's pretty...
They're a solid trilogy.
Pretty fucking good.
Did you know that for the whole time they made those, Jack Black and Jackie Chan never physically met each other?
Really?
It was, I think, 3 years after the fact.
That's so
many
weird. Moments.
And that's when they met. And Jackie Chan said to Jack Black, "You'll come up with a movie and we will make it together." And Jack Black was like, "Holy shit, I gotta come up with a movie to make with Jackie Chan."
Did they ever do it?
No, not yet. But if you
Wait.
give him the call.
Wait a second. Who's Jackie Chan in that movie? Am I stupid?
He's Monkey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You had too much of a pause between who is Jackie Chan and in that movie.
I saw you like stop drinking. You stopped swallowing when... Did he just fucking say that? Hands above the head. Hands above the head.
Yeah, I couldn't physically believe if you didn't know who Jackie Chan was. Because then you were going to stay here for all of the night, and I was going to show you 1,000 Jackie Chan movies. Jackie Chan is my favorite action film. It's called Police Story.
You told me that.
It has this really crazy section where it's so dangerous, where they drove several cars downhill through an entire town they constructed just for the movie.
That's awesome.
It's so cool.
That's awesome.
Jackie Chan also did a stunt in that movie where he was in a mall on the 3rd story. He jumps off, he grabs onto a pole, he slides all the way down, and then he crashes through it. He dislocated his spine.
That's like one of those...
And you see him, like, in the credits, they show him hurt, and he's like... and you're like, oh, fuck, someone help Jackie Chan.
In the credits?
Yeah.
That was like a post-credit scene?
No, it's they play the credits over all of the injuries.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
It's really cool.
How long did it take the movie you made?
Like a couple years.
That's like...
And then they made 2 more, at least.
That's like saying the injury, like, I broke my neck. And you go, huh?
I think Jackie Chan has broken his neck.
But it's just like you think... When you think of breaking necks, you think of dying.
Yeah.
So then it's like saying, I broke my neck. Or I dislocated my spine.
Jackie Chan... There's also a movie called Rumble in the Bronx, which is so much fun. Where Jackie Chan shattered his entire ankle, so he had to have a cast on it, and then proceeded to still do stunts.
He's a madman.
He's insane, and I love him.
He's a madman. I think in stunts, car stunts are the coolest ones, I feel like.
They're cool, but they're so dangerous.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because there's that such a high level of danger and precision.
Do you mean driving or like when you get hit by a car?
So, like driving. Sorry, driving. Not getting hit. Getting hit,
Yeah.
that's scary. That's just scary.
It's just scary.
But like driving stunts, I feel like are so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially when like they're real, not like CGI.
Like in Baby Driver?
Yeah, Baby Driver or other movies I can't think of right now.
Fast
but
and
I've
Furious
seen,
6, where they do the magnets.
yes, or when they're on the ice.
I mean, number 10.
Yes, yes.
Or 9.
Even
I
but
don't know.
early Fast and Furious movies though,
Mhm.
like, there was a lot of real car. Like whole
Yeah.
first movie was real. I'm pretty sure there wasn't like any.
There wasn't budget for CGI.
Yeah, that I just feel like that shit's so cool, man.
Mhm.
You know, like it makes me upset when I see like a car scene that's like CGI. I'm like, dude, I get it. It's probably a lot of money, but like it's so fucking cool when you do it in real life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the real one in Fast and Furious like 7. Where he drives his car into.
Are you laughing because I looked at you?
No. Because he drives his car into like the sidewall of the bridge, jumps off of it, catches Letty, and lands in another car. That was so cool in real life, man.
It's not real.
I know it's not. Okay, I'm just trying to make a joke. God,
Yeah, but it's not
I was
real.
just saying because that. What? Because have you ever seen that stunt?
Yeah.
It scientifically
It
doesn't
doesn't
make.
make any sense. And
any
then Vin
fucking
Diesel
sense.
shatters all of his bones.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. One of my favorite stunts is in Point Break, because Patrick Swayze broke all of the rules, where they're doing a skydiving section, and when it's Keanu, he's just like on some blue, and they're blowing a leaf blower in his face, and he's like, "I'm coming, Patrick Swayze." But then Patrick Swayze, they told him, "Do not go skydiving. We don't have the insurance for that, and also we don't want you to fucking die." But Patrick Swayze was friends with the second unit director too. He was like, "Let's go skydiving." And then he just went skydiving with the camera, and the guy was like, "I'm filming Patrick Swayze as we plummet to our deaths."
That's fucking sick.
So then it cuts from Keanu Reeves like to Patrick Swayze actually fucking skydiving, and they gave it to not Janine Garofalo. I don't remember the director's name.
Garofalo. Wow.
I don't remember her name, but she Catherine Bigelow. They gave it to Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow. Holy shit!
think
I
she
know that
directed
is.
Point Break. They gave it to her, and she was like, "You fuckers. Okay, well now we have to put this in the film. Clearly, we can't not use that."
That's sick.
It's fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
Point Break's so cool. Point Break's an awesome movie
Never
where
seen it.
Keanu Reeves dates himself.
Never seen it.
I love Point Break.
I've seen the ripoff of Point Break.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
I thought you were going to talk about the reboot of Point Break.
Even if I see Point Break, I'll probably just prefer Fast and Furious because it has cars.
I would disagree with you.
That's just my personal opinion, though.
You didn't like the first Fast and the Furious when we rewatched
Yes, I did.
it. You didn't like it as much as you thought you would.
I enjoyed it, though.
You enjoyed it, but you will watch Point Break and you'll be like, "Oh, dude, this."
I
is
don't
the
know. When I
shit."
watched the first Fast and Furious, I enjoyed it. Like I wasn't like.
I didn't dislike it. I like it the least of the first 3.
What was the really good one that we watched? Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift
was
is
fucking
good. We still need
man.
to watch the rest of those
Yeah,
movies.
I think I brought it back to you, right?
I have them over there somewhere.
Yeah, those were. Tokyo Drift was fucking
Tokyo Drift is
man.
good. You kept being like, "Tokyo Drift's gonna suck."
Because I mean, that's like it's the meme one. Everyone like that's my perception of it when I last watched it. Then I watched it again from like a filmmaking perspective. When
Tokyo
dude,
Drift fucking rocks.
rock. That shit was fun.
I also like Too Fast, Too Furious because it is very funny and very homoerotic.
It's like Top Gun.
It is like Top Gun,
Top
which
Gun
I've
is
never
so
seen.
homoerotic, dude. It's weird though because yes, but when you like, I guess talk to people who work in that kind of job or like a firefighter or a army people, like they live with each other, whatever. That's just how it is. It gets sus. It gets sus in the pin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you see it, yeah, that's fucking weird, man. You know, that's real. That's on the line.
Mm-hmm.
But then everyone like in that world, that's just like yeah, it's just how it is.
Yeah,
That's just how it is.
that's just how you live.
Yeah, I
Do you think
that's
that there's
very
going to be some homoeroticism in the new Top Gun?
Nah, just because the period, like the time period we're in right
You
now.
don't want Tom Cruise to go up to Miles Teller and say, "Listen, son of Goose, I can tell because you have the same mustache as Goose,
And your name is Rooster.
and your name is Rooster. I'm here to tell you one thing," and then he sucks on every little hair of that mustache and says, "You're the best damn fly I ever done seen. Now get out there!" And slaps him on the butt.
Well, based off the story,
Mhm.
Rooster might punch him in
Is
the face.
he really named Rooster?
That's his call sign, is Rooster.
That's so funny.
And then there's like all these like crazy ones. There's like Jackman.
Jackman.
No, I think Hangman.
Did I tell you?
Hangman, and
I did. Never mind.
then there's another guy, and his name is Bob,
Just Bob.
because his character is like the awkward one,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "So what's your call sign, Bob?" He's like, "Bob."
Bob.
He's like, "What's your call sign?" Everyone's like, "No, that's his call sign.
Bob.
His call sign's Bob."
What would you want your call sign to be?
Vegas,
Oh, that's pretty good.
because my dad's, I guess, like nickname in the fire department is Vegas because
Mhm.
it's Vegas. So I think mine would be Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. What about you?
Gooey.
I think Goo. Goo I can see. Gooey's too much.
Can I be Goofy Goober?
That's too much.
Goober.
Remember, you have to put it on your helmet, so it'd be
Goober.
Goofy Goober. Like,
I wanted to laugh all the
I
way
call it
around.
Goob.
Yeah.
It'd become Goob though. That's what it would become over time.
Okay, then I just want to be like Shaggy. I guess boring.
And they call you Shag.
I just want to be Scooby Doo and the 13 Ghosts. The 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo is my whole thing. And it just wraps around my helmet.
I've always, honestly, it's gonna sound dumb. I've always wanted to be in like a line of work where you get a nickname like that,
Mm-hmm.
just so I can get one and see what it is. You know?
Yeah.
Because the ones I've gotten from like my friends because I've known them for a while. You know,
Yeah.
I've gotten like Keen or Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten those. I've got those are the main ones. Like Jesse, would be like Keen, wherever like that.
Yeah.
Zoya has a weird one for me.
Jen.
Jens. No idea where it came from.
Isn't it because you call her a male name? Oh, I thought it was.
She just started calling me Jens.
That's weird.
Jen. I know neither of us know where it came from, but one day she started calling me that. I was like, no, don't call me that.
Oh,
And
you
then
can't say that.
exactly. She kept calling me that, and then here we are.
I've never had a nickname.
Well, you've also been only child.
I'm the only child, but all my friends have also never been like, oh,
well,
you have a
it's just
nickname.
Cade. Because
Yeah.
Cade's easy.
Cade's
you
easy,
know?
it's one
Like
syllable.
Zoya. I tried thinking one for Zoya. I can't.
Yeah.
It's just so short. Zoya.
Zoya is also a really cool name.
It is a pretty cool name.
The one that my mom calls me is Blots because when I was little, I got in trouble at school because I would say Blots. That was my like expletive. I would like drop something like Blots. And then because of this, I got
You really zoomed out. Holy shit. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm really zoomed
You
out
look-
today.
You look so small.
I'm also really I've been
You were sinking. Sorry.
I was sinking. I didn't
Continue
even
your
notice.
story.
Thanks for pointing it out. The teachers called my mom. They're like, Kate has been using a bad word. And she was like, what? And they were like, blots? And she was like, that's a made up word. And then they were like, all right, well, he's also bit 4 other kids. And she's like, oh, fuck, just give me the
Really?
citations. I was a biter, dude.
What the fuck? I can see that. I can see being a biter.
But I was only a
So your
biter
mom's
to
like,
other kids.
How about we put you in Taekwondo? So you stop biting people.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember why I would bite people. I just did.
Ah.
Yeah, it was just,
Feral, like,
I was
instinct.
a feral child, yeah. I'd go up.
You got a wolf, so it probably rubbed off.
Well, I was scared of my wolf at that stage when I was a
I mean,
biter.
Understandable.
He was a
You
wolf.
bit that fucking thing, it would bite your face off.
Well, my wolf was, even when I was little, she would never look at me and be like, oh, this is to eat. She was like, this is the pup. This
Yeah.
is the thing I protect with everything in
Because
my
you were
body.
a baby.
Yeah.
It's met you when you were a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, so she was like, this is, protect this. That's why she hunted my friends, I assume, because she was like, these people are suspicious.
I would never come to your house.
Yeah, you've said.
Ever. You had to sleep over at my house if I was.
Wouldn't you have wanted to see the wolf?
I would have seen it, but never stepped foot into your house.
She didn't come in the house.
Oh, then yeah.
She just stayed in the backyard. If she came in the house, she actually got too hot because her coat was so thick.
But isn't it always hot here, though?
It is, but she could deal with it better outside because there was like wind, and then inside
Well, there's AC.
she's also too big. She was fucking huge.
I never seen photos of it.
You know how my dad is 6 feet tall?
Yes.
She could jump and put her hands on his shoulders and look him in the face.
That's terrifying.
She's big. She's big.
That's
dog.
scary, dude.
She was big.
What
I'm
the
telling you.
fuck? I kind of always want a Saint Bernard.
Those are fucking huge.
They're huge, but they're slobber.
They
They're
are
really
real
slobbery
slobber.
dogs.
It's a very gross amount of mucus.
And I name it Sumo.
That's a good name.
I feel like that'd be a good name for it.
I feel like the problem with naming a dog before you get it is you then you meet the dog and you're like, nah, this dog needs
if it was the perfect one,
yeah,
I name it Sumo. That's a good name.
it is. I think
I've stolen
Snagglepuss is
it.
also a good name for a big dog.
A what?
Snagglepuss. I just want.
Or
I like
Cheeto.
Cheetah's pretty good. I like the
Princess?
concept of naming something Snagglepuss because Snagglepuss is just a
That's
really.
like a turtle name.
Well, to me, Snagglepuss is a large pink leopard who hosts a talk show.
What?
That's the character of Snagglepuss
Oh,
on Hanna-Barbera, and he's on Jellystone.
I don't know what Hanna-Barbera is.
Hanna-Barbera are two men, something Hanna and Joseph Barbera, who created basically 1,000 different iconic cartoons in the 60s like Scooby-Doo and Jabberjaw and Wally Gator and Speed
Don't know either of those
Buggy and
last three.
Captain Caveman,
4.
Yogi Bear,
Yes.
Wacky Races.
Yep. Wacky Races.
Well-
I'm sorry, the way you said it was really funny.
I'm trying to think of others now. Huckleberry Hound, Quick
Nope.
Draw McGraw,
Nope. Heard that one.
Augie Doggy and Daddy Doggy,
Nope.
Magilla Gorilla,
Nope.
Birdman,
The movie.
Harvey Birdman,
Nope.
Blue Falcon.
Nope.
There's a lot. They had so many that they did like Avengers Endgame-esque crossover called
That's
the
cool.
Laugh Olympics,
That's pretty cool.
where there was like Team Scooby, Team Yogi, and then there was the evil team who always lost.
I would hope so.
But
Motherfuckers.
what was it? Why were we talking? Oh, Snagglepuss.
Oh, yeah.
Snagglepuss is this great guy who's voiced by Dana Schneider on the show
His name's
Jellystone.
Danish?
Dana.
Oh.
He also got voiced Gazpacho.
Oh.
And Snagglepuss is like, hey, it's me, Snagglepuss, and today we're going to be going around Jellystone on my new segment, What's Up in Jellystone? And he's like walking around, he's like, oh, it seems everybody's using anti-gravity gunners floating in the air. Well, I sure feel left out. That's Snagglepuss. He's
They should have
also,
Conan.
he's very Conan.
Mm-hmm.
Snagglepuss is also the first openly gay Hanna-Barbera character.
Really?
Well, at least there was a comic that came out about Snagglepuss being gay.
Well, I feel like in the times.
In the times, he was not gay.
Yeah, he wouldn't have allowed to.
In the
be gay.
now, Snagglepuss is gay.
Yeah. How much time do we have left?
6 minutes and 26 seconds.
Wow.
This
That's a lot of
episode
time.
has been, well, it's been fast and slow. Do you want to cut it early?
Yeah, I don't really care. I have kind of burnt out.
Okay, bye.